Hello everybody, this is Jane, and today with our Advent calendar we've moved on to the 18th of December. So today is Tuesday the 18th of December. And can you see behind me we've already put up our Christmas tree. So when I lived in Germany, Christmas trees were the most important thing that we had to celebrate Christmas and the things that we used for decoration. Now, back in England, I find that people have lots of things for decorations, but for me, there are still two important things. Firstly, the Christmas tree. That's very important to me because it symbolises the whole idea of new life in Christmas and sharing what's special. And also, right next to the Christmas tree, you can see a shape that's covered in lights. It's actually an angel. So I do love the angels at Christmas. So for our Advent calendar today, we're looking for the number 18. Because today is the 18th of December. So, our story today is 101 Dalmatians. Let's begin. Roger was a musician. He lived in a flat with Pongo, his pet Dalmatian. One day, Roger got married to a lovely person called Anita, and she owned a beautiful lady Dalmatian called Perdita. Isn't that quite nice there when you look at that story, that they call the Dalmatian, that's the type of dog, they call the Dalmatian a lady Dalmatian. That's rather nice. Soon, Perdita was expecting her first litter of puppies. Life seemed perfect until one day an old friend of Anita's, Cruella de Vil, came to visit. Perdita and Pongo were frightened of her. Do you know, I used to have a dog a long time ago when I was young, and I always used to say that my pet could always tell whether somebody was a good person or a bad person. And I still think that's the same. I wonder if you think that. It's just an idea. It's just a thought. I'm not quite sure whether there are any facts about that idea. So let's get on with the story. Where are the puppies? Cruella demanded. Oh, they're not expected for another 3 weeks, Anita replied. You must let me know when they arrive, darling. I just adore Dalmatian puppies. Their coats are so beautiful. And with that, Cruella swept out of the house in a flurry. And can you see there, Cruella in the doorway? She doesn't look very nice, does she? I quite like the coat that she's wearing, but do you know, I wouldn't like it as much if I thought it was made of fur, because I'm a little bit worried that the reason she's interested in those dogs is because she loves fur coats. 3 weeks later, Perdita and Pongo became the proud parents of 15 puppies. Roger, Anita, and Nanny, the housekeeper, were delighted. The very next day, Cruella returned. 15 puppies! She cried excitedly. I'll buy all of them. Oh, no, you won't, said Roger. They're not for sale. You fools! You'll be sorry, Cruella cried, storming out of the house. One night, soon after, Cruella's henchmen, Horace and Jasper, lay in wait to dog-nap the puppies. That's quite a long sentence, isn't it? And, to be honest, quite a mouthful to say the word henchman. and also dog nap. It really means that Cruella had sent 2 men to steal the puppies. So these men are obviously working for Cruella. She doesn't look like the sort of person who's going to do the stealing for herself. Well, a lot happens in this book, and what we find out is that the animals help out by identifying where the puppies are, and very soon the puppies are found. So it's quite an adventure. So if you get to read 101 Dalmatians, you'll find out a lot more of that adventure, and I'm just going to move straight to the end of the story when they're back in London. Back in London and home at last, Roger, Anita and Nanny hugged the tired puppies. Then Nanny said, "Have you noticed that there seems to be a lot more of them?" Roger started to count. 14, 62, 94 and 5 over there. That's 101 Dalmatians, counting Perdita and Pongo. "Whatever are we going to do with them all?" asked Anita. "Why, keep them, of course," said Roger. "We'll buy a big house and have a Dalmatian plantation." And that's exactly what they did. So I wonder how it actually reached 101 Dalmatians. Well, you'll need to read the book to find out. And I wonder what story will be in the Advent calendar tomorrow. You'll have to tune in to see. Bye now.